Have you ever noticed how some people quietly step away from the crowd? Not because they are hurt or rejected, but because they simply feel full inside. Full of noise and conversation, full of emotional energy. Why would someone choose silence in a world that celebrates visibility? Is it insecurity or fear? Or is it something deeper? The truth is often deeper than it appears. They are not escaping people. They are returning to themselves. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is the pain of disconnection. Solitude is the peace of self-connection. Why do some people feel energized after gatherings, while others feel completely drained? The answer lies in psychological wiring. Some nervous systems are stimulated by interaction. Others are overstimulated by it. This difference is not attitude, but biology. People who prefer solitude process life internally. Their minds do not skim experiences. They analyze what others overlook. They replay conversations in detail. They examine tone, pauses, and expressions. Does that mean they are anxious? Not always. Often it means they are reflective. But when does reflection become harmful? It becomes harmful when it turns into rumination, when the mind circles without resolution, when thoughts repeat without clarity. Depth without direction becomes mental noise. The solution is intentional expression. Writing and creating give thoughts structure. Structured thinking transforms depth into clarity. Why do crowds feel exhausting to some individuals? Because emotional attunement requires energy. Highly sensitive people absorb emotional signals unconsciously. They pick up tension and insecurity. They sense unspoken frustration in the room. Is that weakness or fragility? No, it is heightened awareness. But awareness without boundaries becomes overload. When empathy has no limits, it becomes exhaustion. So what protects depth from burnout? Clear and healthy boundaries. Limit exposure without eliminating connection. Choose meaningful interaction over constant interaction. Protecting your energy is wisdom, not selfishness. Why are people who prefer solitude selective about relationships? Because they value depth over quantity. They do not seek many conversations. They seek meaningful ones. Does that mean they dislike people? No, it means they dislike superficiality. Sometimes life teaches that trust must be earned, so they open slowly and carefully. Is that emotional coldness, or is it emotional discernment? Often it is discernment. You do not need a crowd to feel understood. You need resonance with the right people. But here's the uncomfortable question. Can solitude sometimes hide fear? Yes, it can. When does healthy solitude become unhealthy isolation? When being alone becomes a shield against vulnerability? When independence becomes avoidance of intimacy? When silence is used to prevent disappointment? Humans are biologically wired for connection. Even independent minds need emotional exchange. Solitude should restore you, not replace the world. What then is the balance between both? The answer is rhythm. Alone to recharge your inner world, connected to expand your outer world, alone to reflect deeply, connected to grow relationally. Why do quiet people notice what others miss? Because silence sharpens observation. When you are not speaking, you are watching. When you are not performing, you are perceiving. Does society reward this quiet strength? Not always. Society often rewards speed, confidence, and visibility. But depth operates differently. It builds slowly over time. It strengthens internally before externally. Should you change yourself to fit the noise? No, you should refine your natural strengths. Let your depth serve you, not isolate you. Now ask yourself honestly, when I choose to be alone, what am I choosing? Am I choosing clarity or safety? Am I choosing growth or hiding? If solitude leaves you energized, creative, and peaceful, it is healthy and aligned.
If it leaves you disconnected, fearful, and closed, something within needs healing. Preferring to be alone does not mean you are broken. It may mean you are reflective, sensitive, and analytical. It may mean you are independent and self-aware. Life is not meant to be lived entirely in noise, nor entirely in isolation. Life is designed as rhythm. Connection and solitude must coexist. Outward engagement and inward reflection must balance. And here's the deepest question of all. Can you be alone without feeling lonely? Can you be connected without losing yourself? When the answer becomes yes to both, you have found psychological balance. That balance is emotional maturity, and that maturity is quiet strength.